Does this have gall? We've never seen it. But it's got those shoots. Is that what it looks like? We don't know. The good news is we don't actually need that dahlia. It's a rogue one. Anyway, Moroni's been digging everything out.
So, to dig the dahlias out, to avoid, you know, going through one of the tubers, I just put this distance, which is a little bit less than a foot. Then I push a little bit and try to grab it from the bottom like this.
Yeah,
like
so the soil's actually pushing it up, not the fork.
Exactly, so it can come all like a full clump. See how it's in a full clump? What I do is I just scoop a little bit of the dirt, like very gently. So, you know, I can expose a little bit of the roots. Like this.
Looks good, Mimo.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the rest of this dirt
looks good.
Will just fall off. This one is the first one that I did, and you can see over there.
Oh yeah, you stabbed it. Oh, you've done really good, Mimo.
Yeah, it's finished.
Good job. Yeah. Did I tell you the birds got into my hothouse and scratched up seedlings? Little buggers. Our challenge for the winter is keep on top of the weeding. Hey, I was having a thought. I was reading through the comments that people were leaving. I can't remember what was said, but one of the things that was said that people look forward to the end of the season because they get a break. And you know how hard it is to grow flowers here in the winter? Maybe we don't try. Maybe we literally take a break for 3 months.
But I'd like to be here.
Yeah, I know, but you've got enough to manage. It's 3 months where we've got all our spring crops going in.
Oh yeah, it's all ready young.
And you've got those 3 months to clean it up, ready for the next season. And we just rely on the wholesaler for every winter. Like, we just accept that that's how it is. Maybe until we can set up a whole field of hothouses, I don't see how we're going to be growing flowers through winter.
I know.
So why don't we just accept that?
I'm not very good at accepting.
He wants it to be like Mexico and things just grow all year.
Oh yeah, that would be good. You can have a little bit of a look.
Can I? Look nice. Look at that.
All right.
We've got some cute ones in there.
Yeah, let's take them to the processing area.
This is our dahlia processing area. We will set up a proper table for next year. I reckon we build a tall one with this. What do you think?
Yeah, as soon as we escape poverty, we will do it.
Well, we can do it out of pallets.
This one was one that was in the shade.
Oh yeah, so it's a lot smaller.
Yeah, so
Which one's that?
Didn't even.
Drachenberg. I've got a lot of that. Drachenberg does have small tubers though.
Okay.
That could actually be normal for it.
Oh.
Wendy A's the little round one that always looks like that. I don't know what that one is.
I think dinner
it's
plate.
a dinner plate one.
Oh,
Mexico. We've got so much of that.
Yeah.
It's very hard to divide that one.
But we got so many and so many. I think
it's not a very good cut flower either. It's really just good for the garden.
Yeah, but it's a pretty one.
So we may not keep all of that. Oh, Bracken Palomino, that's a really good one. I've got lots of that. That's going to have nearly a whole row of it next year.
Prolific.
Yes, because it's got really good cut flowers on it. That looks like another one. Here it is. First prize, that's a really, really good one. That's another good cut flower one, yep. Nail, it's not very good for cut flowers.
Oh.
I know, that's a shame, isn't it? What do we got here? Fluffy pink cactus. I wasn't quite sure. Oh, Mariner. Somebody online identified it for me. It's nice. It's similar to Drachenberg.
Pink and white?
I never actually identified. I've got photos of what that is. I don't know what it is though.
And
do you know what I mean?
Purple and white and pink and white.
Yeah. What's this bad boy? Dark purple ball. That was a pretty one. But I didn't get that identified.
Oh, but now you're going to get it.
Hot shot. It's a good one.
Nice. Bulbs, look at this one.
Yeah, they look good. And the orange ball. It was a borderline if it was Bracken Palomino. I wasn't sure. Look at that. I reckon we could condense them up a bit and fit more on here.
Okay.
You could probably finish that row.
Yeah, okay. You want me to do the demo?
Oh yeah, do it, yeah. Last year, we made the mistake of dunking the tubers in a bucket, and it was way too vigorous and it snapped a lot of necks. It didn't bite us in the butt too much because we had that many tubers. We had plenty. But this is the method this year. It's much more gentle. What happened to your power?
I think it's coming anytime soon. It's closed.
Did something happen to the... Here it goes. That took a while.
Yeah, and the pump's on
making a weird noise too. Pump doesn't... Here, do you want me to do this while you go check the pump? The soil's good. It's not sticking to it too much. Past 7 in the morning and I'm heading to the wholesaler, but it's so dark and it's so wet, and we're so thankful we got those dahlias out of the ground. I've still got the avalanche to go though. They're in raised beds, so they should be okay, but I think I'll have to go out in the rain and get them out. Been to the wholesaler, so I got those. I'll just put this down. The disbuds, chryses, thryptomene, some straw flowers, stock, ornamental kale, look at that one, so pretty, and some gerbils, which I totally forgot I had, so they didn't go into any of the bouquets today, and some carnation chins. They're just like a cheap little flower that kind of adds pops of colour. Then we've got some of our chryses, the purple and the yellow, and I've got a couple of proteas left over, but look, I can't use it. There's some that are okay, but I actually think I'll just turn some upside down and dry them at this point. I bought this dried flower because I've got a little, well not a little, big dried flower project to work on. And if you've been following along, you know I don't love dried flowers. But a good friend of mine in town who has that cute little gift shop called Seventh Pocket, it's her birthday, not her birthday, like her shop's birthday. She's been through the pandemic and everything with that shop. So it's a perfect project. Come outside, we've had insane rain overnight. It was supposed to be El Nino, but maybe it's everywhere except where we are, because have a look at this. It's bringing back bad memories of the floods. That is so close to going over. Thankfully, we really don't have much in, but it would be really bad to lose what we've got because we've got so much food and stuff out here right now. I didn't get any Brussels sprouts, which sucks because we love them and they're really expensive at the moment, like $15 a kilo expensive. This is my broccoli. We've got little tiny ones coming, so it's on its way. You hear that cricket? It stopped because I stepped right near it. I need to thin these carrots out and obviously get all the weeds. These ones are kind of doing all right. They'll be tiny, but I'll pull one out and we'll have a look. Oh, look how cute. Parsnips, they're pretty small. And beetroot should be, I mean, really it should be ready to pick, but they're tiny. Things just grow so slow for us in the winter. How do people in those really like cold, wet, damp countries like Wales and England and Scotland, how are you doing it? What is the trick? Because I almost feel like most of our winter would feel like your mid-season. So why can't the veggies here grow? A couple of other things we've been working on off camera. Moroni's setting up the plumbing ready for that sponsored item. Have I told you what it is yet? I don't even remember now. But it's a timed watering system setup. Let's see if the ranunculus have popped up. This year I haven't been looking after them. When I realised that we had 2.5 rows of ranunculus corns that actually survived, all this seed that would cover about probably another 2.5 rows, I decided not to baby it as much Anemones have started to germinate. You can see some little pieces of green. This is good. We haven't looked after these at all. Ranunculus, yes. They're literally just sitting outside. So they're coming up, all of them. Look like they're germinating. This variety has not. That's the lemon. And the marshmallow hasn't come up yet either. Oh no, it has. I can see it. They're here. So very early days, they're very tiny. So they're getting all exposed to all the weather right now. But in saying that, the weather's sitting around 15 degrees. It's getting down, cold at night. Sometimes there's a frost, sometimes it's rain, sometimes there's sunshine. But ranunculus and anemones really love that sort of 15 degree mark to germinate in. They like it cold. So if you're putting them in a hothouse or on a heat mat, you may have some trouble with germinating them. Anyway, goes to show they'll germinate. Sit them outside in the weather, make sure it's cool enough, and they are pretty easy to get going. Dahlias, except for the avalanche, I've still got to do that. I've had to put them all up on here because it flooded here this morning. Last season we just put them in, they were pretty dirty, and it worked really good. It helped preserve them, I think, helped keep some moisture in and protect them. The problem was when it came to separating the tubers in spring, it was such a mess because there was just kind of dry mud falling off everywhere, and they were a little bit dirty to send off for orders. So this year what I'm doing, we're storing them clean, and then we will separate them in, divide the tubers in spring. I'll put them up on the website, everything that we've got left over, which is going to be a lot. And my goal is to end up with a field full of dahlias that are perfect for cut flowers. So as I'm testing dahlias each season, the ones that I don't want, I will still put those up on the website for sale, the tubers, but there will be a note that I don't like them as a cut flower. All the ones that I love as cut flower, it'll be obvious what's what. But that's not coming until spring. I just figure it's better if we store them, because we're storing them anyway, and then you don't have to worry about getting tubers, storing them, potentially losing them in storage because they might shrivel up. They're more likely to shrivel up when they're separated than in the clump. And you don't have to stress about whether there's going to be an eye, because I'll be able to see the eye very clearly in spring. So that's the plan. Dahlia tuber sales won't be happening until spring for us. Sahara, I'm still on the fence about. I don't love it, but it was nice to have a yellow, but I'd prefer a different yellow. It had a good vase life and everything. I don't know, it just didn't speak to me. Oh, and Bracken Palomino was amazing. We've got lots of that. We're going to have lots of that for sale. And as soon as we get these avalanche lifted, I'm pretty sure, because I think I ended up with 8 plants that grew this season, there should be lots of, I don't know about lots, I might keep most of them. There will be some avalanche dahlia tubers, which, as you know, are my absolute most favourite. They do have a beautiful vase life because the petals that are kind of wilting kind of get hidden behind. I just love it. The only problem with the avalanche is it's so temperamental. It can be very hard to store. I lost most of the tubers last year, and it also can be touchy to get it to grow. It just seems to be one of those touchy ones. But once you get it, just keep a good stockpile of it and you'll be right.
sales. Oh. Wow.
These are the avalanche. I don't know, I don't think I'll have that many to sell, to be honest.
Too bad.
These bare mantias now. Oh, I came down with the flu again. I think we're just passing it around to each other now. You know, look at this mess. What a mess. These are coming out. That fence is coming out. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to put another one of these in rather than switching it over for the shade cloth. So I can just put a second one here for the summer that's shade cloth. Because the shade cloth option is actually quite cheap. Those tunnels, I just need 3 to do a long tunnel. Yeah, as I was saying, those tunnels are quite cheap. Like Kogan, when they have them on special, I think they have them down sometimes to $60 and then you pay, well, $60 postage, which is ridiculous. But for $120 each. I've got another one, so I just need 2 more. And I've got the shade cloth. So you just need star pickets. I've got the weed barrier for the ground. So, you know, it's not going to cost that much. And for the amount of effort to pull all that plastic off and then put it back on for next winter, I just think it might be better just to go spend $300 and build a second one and look fancy. I'm out for a walk, even though I'm not well, because every time I get into an exercise routine, something happens and I get sick or injured and I get right out of the routine again. So it's just like a little light walk. I'll do very light weights when I get home. It's not actually probably really going to do much. Well, it'll get my lymphatic system moving, which will be good, but it's mainly just to try to stay in a routine. Late, and we have this package, so it's a big trolley from Bunnings. We've got this one to store all the dahlias on, and if it's good, we're going to buy these for the flowers so we can start storing things in buckets vertically rather than, you know, taking up all the floor space. So at the wholesaler, the flower racks it's going to cost us about $400 each. These are $200 each. So let's see how it looks. All right, let's do this. Looks good. It is so sturdy too.
It's this way.
going to go for a run?
Oh, cool roller coaster. Look, it's cool. It goes there. I go there. Stop. Close it up.